What is going on, guys? It is the 3D podcast here. I'm your podcast director, Austin. We're sitting here with the entire squad. To my right, we got our boy Rob.
What's good?
Audio engineer and producer. We got our man Ethan.
What's going on?
Founder, the man, the myth, the legend. We got Matthias here.
Don't look at it, Ethan.
Matthias, videographer.
What's good? And we got our boy Swannels.
How's it going? Visual engineer.
Ooh, visual engineer. We just popped bottles
Hole
up
in
in this
one.
bitch. Woo! All right, yeah, pour me some of that good stuff.
Smells good.
But yeah, guys, what's new with 3D? Any goodies? What's new? What are we cooking up with?
Well, getting Record Box to
What's that?
that is a program. Is it Pioneer who created it? Is it like Pioneer's
What's Pioneer, bro?
What is it, bruh? What is that shit?
Pioneer is a manufacturing company for like DJ equipment or some shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty much
To answer your
Just
question,
electronics in general.
we've been integrating, you know?
integrating forces.
Yeah,
All the
pretty much.
minds are coming together. All the all of our skills that we bring to the table. We're all integrating them to bring you guys 3D.
One product.
Yep.
What Swan's talking about, he's mentioning these programs that we use,
Yeah.
and relevance to what he's meaning is that, like, he makes the visuals, I make the music, Rob makes the music, Matthias captures that music, and Austin tells you about it on these pods, and so we're putting it all together. The pods have already been there. The visuals moving to the music, not so much. We had visuals, but we didn't have, that was kind of a component that we hadn't necessarily put together yet, so that's kind of something new that had been demonstrated in our EPK video on our website. It's demonstrated on our the promo video for our first mix, the 3D mix. That's again, that kind of shows off a little bit of that progress of having a visual aid that goes with the music that is also created originally for us with our logo and branding, all that good stuff. So yes, we're integrating forces. That was the original point, and that's how I'll end it. Yeah.
Yeah, Record Box and Resolume need to communicate.
So how was everyone's week? Was it good? I had a fucking good week.
I bought a car.
Yeah.
Oh shit! He bought a car.
Yeah, just
Normal shit.
I bought a BMW X4.
2016.
It's a nice car.
Yeah.
It's white.
Yeah.
It's loaded. I like
Cool
it.
weather.
It's gonna do things.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
It's a fucking M. Don't
It's
believe
a
that.
dope ass car. It was a long time coming. The new car part. I've worked very hard to make that happen. The payments, I got a great deal. Great deal. Did not buy it upright. You know, I wish. Not balling that hard quite yet. But yeah, it was cool. Great car. Swan went with me. It was spontaneous. Woke up, was like, dude, come on, let's.
Walked in the dealership.
Yeah, dude, we picked a car off the
Drove
lot,
off.
dude. We walked in and we kind of browsed the lot at first, and literally it was the first car that I was attracted to. I was like, I like this body. I like this one a lot. I said, let's go inside and get a salesman and just see what they say or whatever. And ironically enough, the first and only car that caught our eye was the vehicle that we purchased the same day. And the way it worked out, we didn't get to finalize until 10 minutes before the dealership closed, and we were waiting on the insurance company to send us a damn picture of our registration page or some nonsense in order to prove that I was on the insurance because I'm on my parents' policy. So anyways, it was a bunch of bullshit, and the salesman didn't think that the sale was gonna go through, and then it did. And then they
sat us down.
Yeah, and then there was a second thing that almost prevented it from happening. Was they're like, well, the bank.
This might be a little too much car
Yeah,
for you.
the banks thinks it's too much car
hurt
for
his pride.
you. And because my down payment was only going to be $5,000, so I put a couple thousand more down, and they're like, well, that changes everything. And so we got the car by
His tone changed.
Yeah,
right?
literally, they're like, yeah, this can't happen. I'm like, well, I can put down 2,000 more, and they're like, oh, well, here we go. And then literally the paperwork, signature, and then 30 minutes after the dealership was closed, they handed us the keys and we skirted out of there, and it was badass. But yeah, the whole thing was super spontaneous. We got a sweet car, sweet deal, reasonable payments. It's $400 a month, a brand new BMW, certified pre-owned, 25,000 miles, badass.
Yep.
Tell me, Austin. I think you might. I might have to interview you. Did you make a purchase?
I mean,
Ooh.
your boy here. We also made a purchase. I have been wanting to buy this vehicle for the longest time and build it because it looks fucking awesome.
No,
and
we didn't plan to
Not
buy.
buy it.
I didn't plan to buy it. I mean, like,
I'm saying same time, like, oh, you guys both went and got new cars, like,
No.
what? not without talking to, or we didn't talk to each other about it.
not really. I mean, like, I wasn't even planning on telling anybody. I was like just gonna show up and be like, look what I'm fucking driving, you know. But
Always hard.
I always wanted to buy this car and like just build it up, and I got a 1990 Miata. It is a soft top and a fucking manual. It's gonna be tight. I'm gonna build it so crazy. I'll tell you guys about it later, and you guys can check out my Instagram to see it and all that shit. But no, enough about me. How was your guys' week, Rob, Matthias?
It was a good week. Nothing bad happened. And
Nothing bad happened. You know, I love those are the
Positivity, bro.
I just so dry. Like, you know, nobody died, so it's okay.
I mean, like the past 4 or 5 serum presets that I made for
Wrong.
like
Someone did
dubstep
that.
or whatever have been like top notch, like super professional sounding.
Yeah,
so-
you been working on anything, bro?
I mean, honestly, I've just been working on a lot of sound design as well as the new 3D track, and
You know, I'm
Yeah.
antsy as fuck. I can't
to be
wait.
continued.
I can't
on
wait.
that.
Faux show.
But yeah, like my production skills are just getting better, and it's definitely noticeable, and it's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Fuck.
So Ethan over here said that nobody died, and I just have to correct him on that. This week,
Oh no.
my longtime best friend actually died. It was a dog.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
it was my
terrible.
grandparents. Well, it was like my brother's dog that lived in my grandparents because we moved to Missouri.
I didn't know.
So I mean,
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Bro.
Cortana, Blue Healer.
Cortana.
That's a
Her name was
badass
Cortana.
name.
Yeah.
Isn't
Dude.
that the
Blue
name of, like, some
Healer.
Yeah, yeah,
technology?
yeah.
Border Collie.
Shout out to Halo. That's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
That's
dude.
that one blue
Literally,
bitch.
my brother named her after that game.
That's awesome.
Yep, Halo.
Also, it
yeah.
sounds like electronics. but-
Yeah,
Her name was Cortana.
Cortana.
I'm sure she was a good dog.
She was the AI in Halo, the video game franchise.
The little blue bitch.
Yep. Yep.
Swan,
Okay,
how was your week?
Stand corrected.
I mean, I was just at Walmart most of it, and I mean,
Working.
going to buy or being with Ethan while he got his new car was really cool. Like just seeing all the brand new BMWs on the
For
lot.
sure.
And
Auto House BMW.
yeah, and they know how to treat their
Bro,
customers.
They
like,
said it. We asked them. We're like, you know what?
they're trying to set the standard.
They said, I said, what if we find, like, I didn't really glance over imagine that Ethan goes to a car dealership, looks at it for
And isn't anal.
5 minutes and says, yeah, I'll take it. Like, but it was certified pre-owned, so, you know, it's warranty. But I said, you know, if we find they were filling a paint chip on the front hood, and I'm like, well,
20 minutes after they got it in there, probably.
right, but I was like, I asked him, I'm like, you know, if we find any, like, interior flaws or anything, like, tear in the seat, ripped leather, like, are you guys going to fix that? And the guy was like like he scoffed, like he had been like he stepped on his brand new Jordans or something. This is Auto House. We are the gold standard. Like we don't do that. We don't get cars with ripped leather. I was like,
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
well, whatever. No, but it was an amazing. Like the dealership was amazing. They gave us like free lunch.
We missed the pancake
They had a
artist.
pancake artist and
What?
like, free food.
I gotta go to this dealer.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
All the workers are
Can
dressed
we
up
go to
nice,
this
you know?
I'm
dealer?
telling you,
Ethan?
dude, I asked him, I was like, I bet a lot of people come here just for the lunch. They're like, yeah, let us look at a car. We'll let you know. Like, maybe next time, free lunch and a test
Yeah,
drive.
I'm willing to walk out on this deal right now.
We said that, though. We're like, I bet that happens. They're like, you have no idea. Like, the people they deal with. Yeah, it's like,
So yeah, Ethan, you said you got a new car and shit like that.
you said you got a new car.
I also said I got a new car
We
as
got
well.
some
New to
cars,
him.
bro.
Well,
But,
new to
uh,
both of you.
I got a car that I'll never touch as far as adjustments. And,
Yeah, I was gonna say you gonna modify it at all by
Yeah,
any
Probably
chance?
never.
Some stickers.
I'll be busy modifying my channel racks inside of Serum and all that good stuff. You know.
Ooh,
No, I'm
cool.
talking. I'm gonna be getting, and I probably maybe just made myself sound like an idiot. But point being, realistically, like that car's awesome, but my ass is gonna be focused on getting better at producing and mixing the sauce, and the sauce is the music, and that is gonna be my priority moving forward. Aside from making sure that Not Designer is alive and well, and I hope the guy over here next to me, Mr. Vice President Matthias, can say the same.
What's up? Yep, Not Designer. We're gonna make sure it's alive and well.
And I just want to make music with my boy Rob, so that's why I said the first part of like I'm gonna get my ass focused on being able to make my own ideas, so that hopefully I can entice him and send him some fire and have him be like, bro, like, but yeah, dude, come work with me, man. Let's go, let's get it. But no, just I think that's the appropriate transition while you spend $30,000 modding out your Miata and making it the gnarliest thing that
Car was $3,000.
Dude, that's amazing. Yeah,
That's what I should have done.
Dude, I mean,
No, but hold up. You said 75,000 miles on a 30-year-old car? Like, that's insane.
yes, sir.
That is
How
good.
many?
That is
75K.
75K
It's not too bad.
on a
At all.
30-year-old
Not
car.
at all. It's
On
got
a
less. It's got
30-year-old
less
car.
miles than my
Good
Mustang.
luck finding that.
But I mean,
Holy
dude, there's a
shit.
saying. There's built, not bought, and then some people buy their cars already built. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just like a certain situation. I mean, like if you can fucking do it, some people don't want to take the time to do it. But then there's also the people.
There has to be a passion.
There's also a passion with it, and
There doesn't have to be. There often is.
Built
people-
beats bought.
the people that want to take the time to do that and spend the money to do that. They're willing to do that, and I'm one of those people.
And my heart lies in the production of music.
For sure,
You're gonna
said-
you're gonna produce the demon.
You have your priorities somewhere else. I have. This is my hobby. That's what I fucking.
Hey,
love
there's
to
no
do.
right answer. The only wrong answer is not giving it 100%. Like I don't care what kind of music I make, it just has to be groundbreaking, and I don't care what you do to that car. I just better not see it anywhere else on the road. Like it's got to be something new, something fresh. Like yeah,
Church.
something to be said about authenticity and pushing the envelope and being your genuine self, whatever that is. Miata or Beamer, the choice is yours.
I mean, you're pushing like 3 more 100 horsepower than me,
Dude,
so.
I think it's cool just to have
His only has 300.
just
so.
the lineup
You
though.
have
It's-
0?
I mean,
You're saying you have 0 horsepowers?
shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. But I mean,
it's gonna be a cool journey for you though, and I don't know. It's like I'm not a huge. I appreciate cars, but not the same way you guys do. But it's,
I mean,
or
dude,
do.
you got a nice car again. I mean, you used to have a Mustang.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like
I
that.
had the white Stang before you had like
Yeah.
the
The
car
Charger
that,
was the best.
yeah.
Yeah, you had a Charger too. You had an older Charger.
Yeah, I was. It's like, oh, it sounds like you're into cars. It's like I just would buy them pretty and be like, yeah, it's pretty.
To
like,
drive something
I look
nice and
cool.
shit like that.
I
you
look
know?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was me, but no, I don't know. I'm excited just
Some
to have.
speakers.
Honestly, bro, the car I had before didn't even have music in it. Like, how can that be, right? I didn't even have radio. I was the goon ass driving around with earbuds in all the time. So like,
AirPods.
literally,
He's got
no.
his AirPods in
Like
driving
I would
around.
like at one point. I
Smells
think
like
I
milk
at
in
one
the
point
ear.
I didn't even have AirPods or earbuds or whatever. So
Yeah.
I would put like literal headphones on while I was driving, and I'd have dudes flicking me off like, "Are you fucked in the head?" Like, 'cause they were wearing like over the ear.
Because he cruises.
Over
he
the-
cruises in the passing lane. 75. Don't let him.
I'm a dick.
No, it's awesome. I love it.
That's crazy.
I guess no, but I would be driving on the road wearing driving on the road wearing over the ear headphones. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like I don't have music, but I love it.
So somebody could be honking at you. You wouldn't even fucking.
No,
know.
I would. I wouldn't have it that loud, but I just like had to have music. But guess what? I don't have to do that anymore because
Got a bimmer.
I have my own music that works now. Before I was driving a piece of shit and I was saving money and I was putting every dollar into the microphone that this is coming over and the turntables that make the mixes and like priorities, baby.
For sure. Little crazy question here. Just a little brain thinker. If you guys could choose one person to be your mentor, who would it be?
Mentoring what? Just life?
Just life goals,
Wow,
Just life, period.
Yes,
that
sir.
is
Not
a
business,
great
not
question.
not business.
not personal.
I'm
I know,
gonna
I already
niche
know
it-
who
I'm
just to
gonna-
benefit your
I'm gonna
yourself.
niche it down into categories.
Go for it.
No, you
Someone
can't.
already popped in my
Well,
head.
well, you
so.
can, but you can't. You got to give the one answer first, and then
One
you
answer.
and then you
Okay.
could say, well, if it was just health or if it was just business. Or
All right. Oh my gosh, I can't go first.
Think about it.
he's a life coach like
Oh.
forever or whatever. He's your life coach.
Yeah. Someone you would love to have like inspiration to like just keep you going in a positive direction. Who would you
From a
like,
business standpoint, Gary Vee, dude, we're going all day. Like, you already know, like he's the
Who would
pinnacle.
you want to live like?
Well, I guess I don't want to live like Gary Vee because I know he'll tell you it's long days. Like, I wish I could be like you. Like, do you really? Because it's 18-hour days, motherfucker. Like, I don't know if I'd want to live like that. I guess Tim Ferriss. Then he's the fucking to me. He's the king of like, yo, dude. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do for like a short period of time, and then I'm gonna get back to doing what I really want to do, which is like having my feet in the sand. Like, he was like the king of like automating things, working only when you want to, how you want to, like having his job be the things that most people work to have money to spend on vacation, like being like he was an instructor like on jet skis for like dolphin tours, and like it's like what the fuck, like how do you get that job? Like you get smart. But nonetheless, like the man wrote the 4-Hour Work Week, Tim Ferriss. He's really good at like streamlining things. Like a lot of quotes I have are from him talking about like cut the fat and like the 80-20 rule. Like 80% of your money comes from like 20% of your effort, and 80% of your stress comes from 20% of the people around you. Just shit like that. Like the man is good at getting the nuggets and the stuff that is like the good stuff to 20% and just pushing everything else out. So that would be for me, I suppose. Like that's a guy that you don't hear about a lot, but it's because he doesn't want you to hear about him. He's like, bro, I'm out here like with all the money I need, and I'm doing what I want when I want. So yeah, that's Tim Ferriss.
Is that your answer?
Tim Ferriss.
Tim Ferriss.
Tim Ferriss.
Gotcha.
He like you can't talk to him. He'll literally tell you in his book like if you want to email me, it'll be like 3 months before my assistant gets back to you type shit. Like they're so insulated and they're like, we have money, we're good, we're enjoying life. Like we are doing nothing, but like that's literally the spiel. It's like, why do you want money? Like, don't you want attention? Like, or the ability to have your own attention? And like, because you could get rich as fuck, but then if you still have responsibilities out the ass, like what's that good for? Like, there's all these things you have to do. You know what I mean? They're like, we're rich because we have our time. They talk about NR, the new rich. The new rich are people that have their time. We have some money, but we have all of our time. We can do whatever.
Success, being where you want.
Do what you want when you want with who you want. Yeah.
The W's. Yeah. Also the wins.
What you want, where you want, with who you want. Yeah.
Yes.
Tim Ferriss, who's next? That's a toughie, huh?
It's such a tough question because Tim Ferriss was in my top 2.
I dig.
So, but then again, like I'm still stuck between another 2. Being like maybe like Neil deGrasse Tyson. That dude's just smart as fuck.
He's a rapist.
What?
Or
What?
like he got sexual, or like
I think so is 6ix9ine.
or like yeah, like a month or 2 ago, like he got Me Too'd or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I just think
Or
he
some-
did. He was
yeah,
just like
something
treating
like
women.
that.
I don't think it was ever like sexual, or maybe it was just like being misogynistic.
That's
He
just
was
what
just
the
being
New York
misogynist.
Times.
I like
I
that.
don't know. I just saw a
let's
whole
just
bunch of stuff.
that
on Twitter.
aside, that completely aside.
Oh, okay.
He's still up there because I don't know about this.
Wait, who was your answer?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I don't really know who that is. All
like
I
a
heard is
physicist.
rape.
He's a
astronomer.
physicist.
Yeah, astronomer.
Yeah.
He's not a rapist.
He's a
yeah,
smart
no.
scientist guy.
Yeah.
He's real smart.
He's
Bill
dope
Nye?
as fuck, dude. He is dope. I like him.
I don't know, like Socrates or some
That's dope.
ancient
I would say
philosopher.
Socrates. yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I'd say
Just-
Diogenes. He'd be my mentor.
You want to start pissing on people in public, bro?
Well, he'd
Be
teach
my
you how to
guest.
live life.
No, that ain't living life.
He
but
used a bowl. The only thing he allowed.
lived in a bowl, bro.
No, the only thing he allowed himself was a bowl to drink water until he saw a small child drinking water with his hands. In which case he said, "I don't need a bowl anymore."
No shit. That's the man. Yeah, he was
He was a true cynic.
yeah, he was like pretty much the pinnacle of
Cynicism.
Yeah.
Dude, you said Socrates. Check this out. I just pulled this up. I
He
wrote
had
this
sex
like
with
I
boys.
wrote this freestyle like a long
Y'all
time
fuck
ago. You
boys
ready?
like Socrates.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Fuck a flow, you know I go in, and there really ain't no fucking stopping me. I decided long ago that is what it's gotta be, and I'm feeling like a prodigy. Ask me for my inspiration, and I'll tell you Socrates. I wrote that like a year ago, but you
Bars from
said
Ethan.
Socrates. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get that idea out sometime.
I don't know. Yeah, some
Sorry.
ancient philosopher. Some
Socrates is dope. I like
Yeah.
that answer. Yeah. And so I'm rapping at you because
or Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't.
you know it's real
I
because
don't
I
know,
wrote
man.
it.
This after I give this thought later, I'll come up with a way better answer for this. But like right on the spot, that's all I got. Yeah.
Hey man, bars. That's
Like-
all you got on the spot.
Feel that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Okay.
I'll go. I got 3 because I can't really choose one. If I had to pick like either one of these, I'd be happy
You
with.
have to
but,
pick.
Either Bill Gates, Jordan Peterson, or
Oh yeah, of course, Jordan.
the
Yeah,
third?
yeah, Jordan Peterson, of course. I feel guilty for not thinking.
Or,
of that. Same with Socrates.
fuck, I forgot the third. I have a third one. But
Well,
yeah,
shit.
But yeah, those. Oh, how could I forget this? And Quincy Jones. So yeah, those 3.
What about Alex
I would
Jones?
pick. Oh jeez.
Oh, gee.
I wish we had someone on here who that was their answer. Like,
No,
tell
I would
us
like to
more.
meet him,
He's a
but,
conspiracy guy.
but to be a
shit.
mentor,
Yeah, like I want Alex Jones to mentor me on how to
make
basically
a bunch of
Yeah,
money
I want.
off being a crazy fuck. Yeah, that'd
yeah.
be kind of fun.
Honest to God, I'm surprised Rob's answer wasn't fucking here in my garage. Fucking
Ty Lopez.
yeah, I hate that guy so
Ty
much.
Lopez.
I
What?
fucking hate that guy
Why?
because it's
no
like
reason.
he's successful due to like his tactics being of like, hey, like how can we be clickbaity or how can we keep
He
people
was
watching?
successful before, but yeah.
Amen. But like it was like the model, the business model was like we just need to keep people watching and keep them on the line because the longer they watch the video, the more ads, royalties we get. And to my perspective, it was like people have said the same thing about Crushing It by Gary Vee. They're like, yo, this book is like all fluff. It's like, you know, you read the whole book and it's like there was like one nugget in there. But like with Ty Lopez or whatever the fuck his name is, like I watched one time, and I shouldn't speak on it now because I'm sure he has different content, but like I watched the 2-minute video ad and it was like, oh, just click here, we're gonna watch this video, I'm gonna give you the 3 steps of success, the 3 things
He
you can
never
do.
went over the 3
I
steps.
sat there for 45 minutes and I didn't come out with any of the 3 steps. He was like, now you got to go to my website, now you got to do this.
Now
I'm
you
like,
gotta pay.
and it's like you could call him a genius in the sense that he was a genius, that he got people to do that.
Clicks.
But it doesn't make me feel like, wow, that's a guy that I aspire to be like. I think it's kind of slimy. Although it's successful, I think it's just kind of like bottom of the barrel. It's the same with like I have some like friends from high school that like own a company selling like hammocks and stuff. And if you're listening to this, I'm sorry guys, but like I don't look up to you for like fucking going on Alibaba or like DHgate and ordering a bunch of fucking hammocks and then find some third party company to stitch your logo onto it and then selling it to idiots on Amazon for 10 times more just because people are stupid. Like I get that people are stupid, that's a business model, but to me it's not a business model that has a lot of integrity is all. So sorry to go on that rant, but yeah, that's how I feel.
But then again, if you guys already know all that, you're good.
I mean,
Like,
thanks
if
for
you guys
asking.
already know
You
all
asked me why because you knew that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say, but
yeah.
that's how I feel. It's like there's a lot of ways to make money. Like,
I mean, like, yeah, right. If they're just using this as their.
keep them watching the video so we get 6 cents from each viewer.
Well, I mean, also like Tim
it's
Ferriss.
genius. It's genius.
It's their muse.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but with Tim Ferriss,
Yep.
it was like I'm also providing value. Like I'm actually providing value. So that's
Yeah,
what,
if
like,
you're just reselling hammocks,
dude.
at
It's
10
like if
times
you're getting
markup,
the,
it's
if you're,
just like,
yeah. Well,
that is just a straight muse.
if you're providing,
nonetheless.
if you're providing value, if you're like actually doing the numbers, and it's not just like. In a world of marketing, it's a battle of perceptions, not products. So it's like I understand you have to fight for that perception, but you should still fight to provide the product being a sound product. Because I understand, like you have to create the perception in the mind of the consumer, but you should still try to provide value. I don't think that Ty Lopez or people selling shitty Chinese hammocks are providing value.
Dropship scams.
Drop shipping companies.
Swipe
all,
up to
like,
get iced up.
Yeah, all that nonsense. It's like it works. It's like, oh, they're so cool, it's successful, but
It's
it's
a
like
scam.
it's sus. Like that's so fucking like it's slime, dude. It's not something you're
Or
gonna
maybe
do.
not a scam. You're just hoping someone on Amazon comes across.
It has no roots. It's like it's a quick buck, but it's not something you're gonna do. It's not like we're trying to build like a company, like not designer. We hope that. I mean, like look at Goyard. Like you think like they were just trying to think of a quick buck. Like they were building the heritage. You know.
Do you
like-
think they knew they were going to come out a year before Louis Vuitton? Is that Goyard? Or...
Well, when they came out, they didn't know that
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Louis
You think
Vuitton
they-
didn't exist.
Exactly, yeah.
What's up?
So they created the company just because they wanted to like make badass like stuff. Yeah, and we want to do the same.
Yeah.
Work for something we love.
Well, at that point, I don't even think a business model was like, "Yo, let's just have a good perception." You had to have a good product because there was no such thing. Like
Yeah.
we'll have a good website. Like then they'll buy it.
What's a website?
Or craftsman.
Yeah. Like Goyard doesn't even use marketing. They're like, "Bruh, if you want some of our shit, we got like 10 stores.
craft a product
give us a
of
call.
value.
We'll let you know like when it'll be ready." Like
And
they
we sell it to people.
Well, it's just clout. Like their thing is like, we're gonna be the best, not the biggest, and yeah, literally, you can be the best or the biggest. You gotta choose what you want to do.
We're the
and
first.
that too, but like the law of exclusivity or the law of sacrifice, like you have to be willing to know what you're best at and just do that. Because if you try and be the biggest, you're gonna sacrifice quality. I mean, Amazon gets
McDonald's,
that
perfect
too.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most companies that are the best at things, they just do that. Like A1 steak sauce, they made like a chicken sauce, and you've never heard of it because it fucking failed bad.
I don't like A1 steak
A1
sauce.
steak
I
sauce.
don't
With
either.
wasabi
They
flavor.
made
I
an
don't
A1
either.
chicken
But
sauce.
check it out. A1 is a company. It's not A1 is not steak sauce. A1 is a company that makes steak sauce, and the only thing that you know by them is steak sauce. And
But they have
that's what I'm saying.
Other
like,
things with different.
Hand me the A1.
Hand me that A1 poultry sauce. The what? Like, yeah, you just say hand me that A1. A1's just a company, but you don't think that because
You know, if it's chicken, Heinz 57. Bro.
yeah. If someone says pass me the Heinz, you assume it's ketchup, but like Heinz is a company. They make mustard relish.
Kleenex and tissues.
Yeah.
Another
Hand me a
example.
Scott's.
What the fuck is that?
You hand me a Kleenex even if it's a Scott's.
Yeah.
Scott's is a paper
Scott's
towel.
is a brand.
Yeah.
I thought
It's a brand of Kleenex,
I
bro.
literally just thought of like the grass seed company.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Rob over here in his
I'm sorry.
hillbilly lingo.
What's the
Whoa, hold on. What's your answer? And Swan's.
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. Swan's
Okay.
answer is silly old Diogenes.
I have ADHD.
No,
I swear,
that's not
but-
my answer. Whenever he first asked who you would like to mentor, my first thing I started thinking of is my current endeavors of becoming a VJ and like a graphic designer and learning Cinema 4D and all that.
Salvador Dali.
Surrealist, yeah. Well, for someone who, yeah, that's like a good,
I thought that's.
yeah, that's a like he's a really good, not well influence maybe, but like looking at his work as a good like
Inspiration.
inspiration, yeah. But a person who I think would be a really good mentor is it's his name on Instagram is FVCK Render, fuck Render, and he just makes a bunch of cool stuff and always posts it. And he makes like he just made some Instagram filters, but like I see him doing like live sets and VJing for people. And like I feel like he would be a cool person to like learn the ropes from, but like
What about the person doing excision sets?
I'm
Bro.
surprised I don't follow him on Instagram or something or know like exactly who it is or like everyone in his team.
Yo,
But,
Swan, what about like overall like life? advice,
Life, like
general
someone
or
to like
whatever?
Yeah, what the fuck are these hemp at things? Like I'm seeing.
it's everywhere now.
It's like
What is it?
cigarettes, but they're like
They're just clothes probably.
0% THC, 20 count hempettes instead of cigarettes. Wild hemp, like weed pot leaves all over the pack. Green pack with are they CBD cigarettes?
Yeah.
But is it like CBD flower inside of it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so it's just CBD.
I remember
Some-
seeing a
I should have bought a pack.
There's a
How much were
sign.
they, like,
Mom
four
would have
and
walked
five?
downstairs. She's like, "It smells like fucking weed out here." Like, Mom,
Or it smells
it's-
like cigs.
Be like, Mom, it's fine. It's
It's
a
cigs.
hempet. Yeah, it's fine. It's legal. It's fine. Like,
It's healthier than an
inside.
apple.
It's like it smells like shit.
It's
like,
a menthol. It's healthier than an apple.
That's how I felt when like my aunt, my aunt's kind of a hippie. She'd come in here and burn sage and shit. My mom would be like, "Oh yeah, that's great." And I'm like, "That smells worse than like."
Remember
my,
when Sean's
it
aunt
smells
gave
worse
us
than my
that?
worst weed, but like I'm glad she gets to burn that in here.
Cigs inside.
Sean's aunt
cigs
gave us like a pre-roll CBD from a vape
Oh
store.
yeah, that
It
was
was
so
ew.
so bad.
It tasted like death.
It was so bad. You know what? Here's what happened.
We threw half of it out.
No, yes, yeah. Like it was like in a tube and it smelled god awful and it tasted god awful.
Potpourri.
And it literally, yeah, tasted and smelled like burning chemicals. And then like, thank God we had a joint of some like actual good
Kush.
Kush and like just lighting it, literally like the smell relative to what like the whole car smelled like before we lit the good stuff. It like was amazing. Like it was the best weed smell I'd ever smelled in my life relative to the smell of like shitty, horrible, God knows what.
You never smoked a sherm?
Dude, those CBD joints, I don't know what they put in there, but like go burn one and smell it. It smells god awful.
It's kind of the same feeling I get when I hit a Mario Kart.
What those? Yeah, fake weed cartridges. Yeah, it's like Chemical City. Yeah.
Gives me a headache.
Honest to God, yeah.
Not these new dank vapes
The
though.
dank vapes and the cereal carts are where it's at. Yeah.
Austin, what's your dude? What's your or gal?
Mine would probably be Robert Kiyosaki, honestly.
Who's that?
He's actually the author to that book I was reading.
Oh shit! 21st Business of the 21st Century.
Yeah, and he wrote a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Oh yeah, that's the same author.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's a pretty inspirational dude.
it's on my
and
reading list.
Just how he like. I'm not gonna go into depth. Just read the fucking book. But I mean,
Don't tell me what to do, Dick.
I advise you to
It's
read
on
it.
my reading
I
list.
advise you to read it. But I mean, you do what you want. But he's pretty inspirational dude. He came from a shitty situation, brought his whole life into a whole different like way to live and pretty much debt free and just like doesn't have to work for anybody.
Tim Ferriss, tiny guy.
Pretty much. I mean, that's who I would fucking.
So he had a boner before it was cool to have a boner.
Pretty much, in a
For
sense.
sure.
What's the like latest thing that's dropping with 3D?
Well,
What's the new?
by the time this airs, I assume
What's the next
the
thing?
mix will be out. I mean, the mix is done and all that good jazz. We just got to get the cover art and
Content.
Who's gonna do the cover art?
promo video.
Do
I
you-
believe
do we know?
Mr. Timothy Gufford,
Okay,
Tim Guffey.
sweet.
We're not outsourcing anymore.
I mean, I hired a few people to take a whack at it just because more is more, and I like to have options. But Tim is like really talented, and for the price is like our best option. Yeah. Plus, I love
He makes
giving
cool
the-
shit.
I love giving the kid work because yeah, he does good work. I'll be honest, he's a little slow sometimes. Like not retarded. He's slow like on like sometimes
Process.
delivery of the project or whatever. But I mean, hey, you can't rush perfection. I mean, fuck,
Yeah.
I can't talk shit on him if I'm not going to talk shit on Rob over here. It's been a few weeks that he's been working on editing the vocals, but yeah, these things take time. Like we stand behind the things that we do, and yeah, it's good fucking art, bro. Like the mix, the track, the cover art, all that shit. Although it takes time sometimes, like I'm always like, I stand behind everything we put out. So like to answer your question, Tim is probably going to be the. He's like, I mean, assuming that like he's taking a whack at it as well as a couple other people, and yeah, I'm assuming that his will probably be best because in the past it has been. I talked to a couple other guys, but they charge like a lot more money, and yeah, I don't know. I just like having options. The single, that's a question for Robert.
Rob, if you had to guess when that would be done and released, what would you say? Just want to guess.
Done and released, I do not know.
Take a month. or-
Engineer said it would take him 1 to 2 weeks to do his due, so relative to adding on however long it is going to take Rob to finish his part.
Yeah, they sound good. Like they're mixed good. It's just like editing the actual audio file now. But like as far as mixing, yeah, like it sounds good. But
And that's the single with
it's just
Ashley.
like
Jones.
arranging it and
Yep.
and all that shit and making sure it's in key and just getting all the parts that are fucked up and fixing them and yeah.
All right, bet.
How long do you think that'll take?
I have no idea. Like
Think it'd be done in March or?
I guess yeah, somewhere around that.
You think we're ever gonna get like cameras for the podcast and shit like that, so we can do like more Joe Rogan style?
I want the cameras on the booms that you can adjust and put them right by your head.
We can
And we have the headphones on, so all we can hear is each other, and you can have other people in the room.
we can have a camera going and have it Joe Rogan style next week. The only difference is that YouTube will be the only place where you'll have that video. But that's good because it'll incentivize people to go and watch our YouTube channel.
We got words to live by.
Never trust a fart.
Dude, I'm
Wet
not gonna.
or shark.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think you said that on the last podcast, dude. You said never trust a fart.
Not
So-
last week.
It was
A
on
few-
some
a few,
episode,
yeah.
dude. I remember someone saying that shit
It's not.
before we actually said words to live by.
That's
You're
not
like,
my actual words.
You're like never trust a fart.
That is some good shit though. That's some real shit. Ain't that some shit? If you trust it. Here, I got one for you. This is some church. Consider how hard it is to change yourself, and you'll understand what little chance you have of trying to change others. You know, all the time you're like, I'm gonna start eating better, work out, all that. I'll believe it when I see it. An even better fat chance of like trying to instill your values into other people. Like, shit is hard, and for good reason. That sounds kind of like negative, but it's not. It's just like you got to think long and hard before you put effort into something, because otherwise it's gonna blow up in your fucking face. Promise. And it's still probably gonna blow up in your face, but yeah, put thought into it first.
Yo, real quick, this is kind of spontaneous. Who the fuck is behind world record egg?
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's gonna be
I thought it was-
Kylie Jenner's baby when it hatches,
Shut
and it's gonna be so many likes because it's stupid.
Well, I thought it was Supreme
Because-
Patty and the wide neck dude because they went out to like a club with like a picture of the Instagram thing with like the most likes and shit.
It's like, hey, we
celebrating
did
or
this
some
because we're
shit.
clout stars and we know how to go viral.
But I don't really
'Cause
think
we
it
I
actually
doubt it,
knows.
dude. Those guys are too stupid. Like,
Not
I
necessarily.
doubt this was a collection of. I'm sorry. I doubt this was one single person.
I'm saying if Kylie Jenner spent a bunch of money to make it happen because she wants to hold that record and have everyone know her
Well,
being
yeah,
the
but-
best or something. That's what I just heard, and I think that makes sense because she used to hold the record, Kylie Jenner.
Okay.
No one-
She
So-
used an egg to beat herself.
Well, it's like the allure. It's like it. It's like, oh, now there's a crack on the post, or it's like whenever you say it's like, hey, be part of this world record. If you like it, it might be the most liked picture ever. Yay! It's like they're gonna have a Marshmallow event in Fortnite, a live concert with Marshmallow in it,
Yeah.
and they've already done that before in something, but
Where'd
it's
you
just
hear about that, Swan?
the Twitter or something.
Was that trending today?
It's all over. Dude.
I don't play
Marshmallow
Fortnite.
has
But
It's a
been posting,
rhetorical
like-
question. That's what the
People market-
system decided was on the ballot today. Or the agenda today. Yeah, I dig.
AI.
No, it's not AI. It's like who paid money. It's the same way that we've talked about how Champion went from getting sold at Walmart to being cool overnight because they're like, yo, let's put $100 million into getting cool people to wear this so that other people will get behind it. Same with like that Fortnite thing. Like people are hearing about it because whoever is behind that event spent millions of dollars so that people will hear about it. Same thing with Bird Box. It's like, oh, this movie's huge. Well, it better be. Someone spent $100 million fucking dollars to market the fuck out of it and get it to be the front page of every fucking tabloid, every social media, every. You see what I'm saying? It makes me salty just because I don't like how follow the dollar. Like that's the world we live in. It's not about talent. It's about pesos. But whatever. I'm salt on that. Literally, Dolph came out today also and said that he'd been signed to like major record deals and like is not independent and like that kind of made me salty too. Because like
Sellouts.
this shit is the whole like you're being lied to. We're all being lied to. Like yeah, the shit is not real. Like
Where's Live By, motherfuckers? Ethan already went.
You're being lied to.
yeah, that's like some great words to live by. Is like you're being fucking lied to. Big
Not by
time.
us.
Yeah.
We're not lying to you, but like
The
you're
charts
being
aren't
lied
real.
to.
The Grammys aren't real. The
Yeah.
Oscars, all that
Yep.
shit is based on of what will sell the most, what has the highest ratings, what they can sell the most T-shirts of. It's
Who
like,
paid the most money to
literally,
seem
literally.
the best?
Yeah. Nowadays, it's not the NASCAR wins. It's the Monster Energy wins.
It's
like,
not how good it is. It's how good you are at getting people to listen
Dude.
to it.
follow the dollar. That's my words to live by. Follow the dollar, bro. Literally follow like who's paying for the shit and like there's a thing called ulterior motives. Yeah. Dude, Kanye West on stage one time, shout out to him. He was like, "Wake up! Your Facebook lied to you. Google has lied to you." Like he was telling some dudes, like told like 100,000 people during one of his shows, like, "Hey guys, guess what? All your information's being sold around."
To the Chinese.
Yeah.
It's pretty lit.
It is pretty lit. Like he was like, "Hey guys, just so you know, I know we're supposed to be singing and doing bangers right now, but just so you know, you're all getting fucked in the ass. Like you're slaves." Dude, shout out to Absol. I don't want to be anybody's chattel. He says chattel is like collateral slaves.
Completely hypothetical, but I'm gonna say that most of the population is just completely fine with it.
What do you mean they're fine with it? Comfortably numb, like they're well aware that like the charts aren't real and all that shit. No, they
No, I'm
People
saying
love
I'm
Lil Pump.
saying that they accept the terms and conditions and they know it.
without reading. It's
Yeah,
blind
no
ignorance.
shit.
So you said they know it. I think they're
No,
ignorant.
I think that they come to a certain conclusion from themselves that their information is being sold. That's what
So you don't think people?
you have to, like, literally in this day and age, you know when you're being marketed to sometimes, right? When a Ty Lopez ad
Unless
comes
you're
up,
old, I
you
can-
know you're
Right.
getting marketed to. That's my point.
Well, you
So
don't.
I'm
some
saying-
people do, some people don't. I know sometimes
Those
when I'm
people
being-
are those people are the sheep.
dude. Anyone can be a sheep. I'm trying to tell people to try and ask themselves where their feelings are coming from. Genuine thought is all but extinct. Do it's like, do you like something because you like it, or do you like it because
Somebody else
pop
told you to
culture,
like
it was on your phone?
Have you seen Bird Box
Yeah.
yet?
No, that's what I was talking. I refuse. I try to refuse to be influenced.
Ethan
It was
doesn't
a
like
joke,
being
but
marketed.
I
to.
do not like being influenced. I like to do the influencing, you know, and anybody who's really smart will come to that conclusion. Like, and that's when they start. I mean, like, fucking look at anybody in history. They start figuring the shit out. And they're like, okay, bet. Well, I want to stay away from other people's game plans and create my own. And like, not that I'm some tyrant, but like, fucking once you figure out how the shit works, like everybody has their own perspective of how shit should go, and like most things all people agree on, like, yeah, we need to not kill each other, everybody needs to be able to eat, and then from there it's like not many people agree, but yeah, it's like once you know the basics of like, yeah, like how the shit goes of just like logistics and just like systems of thought and behavior and all that, like it's really easy. Like life's negotiable. Like here's words to live by. This is a great quote. I keep it on my daily thing. I'll read through, and I have like weekly reminders and then like daily affirmations. But on one of my weekly reminders, this one, number 14 of 16, that I read once a week, it says, "The rules that most follow are nothing more than social conventions. There are no legal boundaries stopping you from creating an ideal life." So yeah, like all the conventions of like, oh, well, you know, it's the Super Bowl, so you have to watch the Super Bowl. That's what everybody does. And like, oh, like holidays and all that. Like, you don't have to fucking buy into any of that shit. Like, it's the shit that's set up, but like, you can just make your own system. And like, it might be shit, it might not be, but like, once you realize that like everything is semantics, and like Steve Jobs once said, like, once you realize that everything you know and call about the world and earth is made up by people that are no smarter than you, like, that's empowering. Like, you can change things, you can make your own things. Like, everything you know about life and call life, like, it was made up by people that are no smarter than you. And once you realize that, your life will never be the same. And that's what Steve Jobs said. That's what I've come to realize. I think a lot of people come to realize that. But yeah, like, fuck all these social constructs and your phone and what it's telling you and what's hype and all that. Think for yourself. It nauseates me, the amount of people that I think do not think for themselves. And that's why I think I am awesome and have so much creativity and just awesome shit around me, is because I'm not looking at my phone of like, yo, what do I think is going to be cool? Or what do I think I need to do? Like, I don't think like that. I just like let it come to me because I'm not looking at my phone for answers. So yeah, I'm out. That's what I got.
Rob, you got any words?
Nah.
Okay.
Rob doesn't do that shit.
No comment by Rob. Swannels, you got any words of wisdom for the people?
You guys are always reading all these cool books and like know these people that like. You said, yeah, if I had a life coach, I'd want it to be these people, and like that rubs off onto me. But yeah, those are the words I really live by. So no, I don't really have any either, just off the top of my head.
Surround yourself with dope people. It
Yeah.
sounds like, yeah.
I
With
feel that,
meaningful
dog.
people.
You're saying you get the runoff. You're like, I get enough of it. Yeah. I get the trickle down. Yeah.
Yeah, I surround
Trickle
myself
down,
yeah.
with great people
Yeah.
who make me want to do better and be better.
Success breeds success.
Yes.
That's incest.
That's your words to live by.
Shut. What the fuck are you talking about?
You said success breeds success.
And you said that's incest.
Yeah.
You just rhyming over
What
there,
is
bro.
success related to success?
Yeah. If
They're
success is success,
They're cousins.
well, that's way too close in the gene pool.
You've been
dog.
smoking those. You've been smoking those hempettes, haven't you?
Yeah.
Those chemical cigs.
Dude,
But,
there's no
uh,
THC.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, you can check out our social medias. If you want to check out your podcast director, Austin, you can check out my social media. You can go on my Instagram at Larry_Lovestein_5.0. Rob, where can the people find you?
At Rob Santel Twitter. All my other shit's there. I should have my Snapchat on there, but I forgot to.
Nice. Ethan, what about you, dog?
Before I answer that, we should see if we can get your handle changed to living like Larry.
Living like Larry.
Man, if we could change it to that, man. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but you
But I am.
SpongeBob kids out there already. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at I'm Ethan Costello. Find me on Facebook too, Ethan Costello. Same picture on all the shits. Yeah. What's good?
Matthias, where can the people find you?
At Matthias, Maffhias.
That's on Instagram, dog?
A.
That's on Instagram, my dude.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm gonna redo
He's making
this.
a joke, you know, like muff, like in reference to like a girl's
Yeah,
vagina
yeah,
or something.
yeah. But-
Muff, you know.
Meth.
Matthias.
Do not take it that way, Rob.
Matthias.
At Matthias. Maffhias.
Swan, where can the people find you?
Well, on the Instagram, catch me at Swagmaster Swanee. On the snaps, you can get me at Swagmaster Swan, and on the Twitter,
Just reading off his phone.
no, at Matthew Swan 441 Autobahn Swan, no limits. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Guys, go on our websites, 3-dmusic.com, not-designer.com. We got merchandise on both. We got news on both. We out here. I love you. Thanks for listening. What's good?
Yeah. Also, don't forget, guys, you can DM us on our social medias if you want any questions answered or anything like that. You can put it anonymously or not if you would choose. So don't forget about that. But that pretty much wraps it up here. This is 3D Podcast. I'm your boy Austin, podcast director, signing off with Rob.
Peace.
We got Ethan,
Show date's coming soon. What's good?
Matthias,
Peace out, guys.
Swan. That's all you get. This is the 3D Podcast. We'll catch you guys next week.